Hey guys, this is Zach. I'm here to do the predictions for UFC 113, Machida versus Shogun II. Should be quite interesting. It's going to happen in the Bell Center May 8th in Quebec, Canada. Alright, let's begin. Nick Catone versus John Salter. Don't know too much about both of these fighters. I do know Nick Catone lost his last fight against Mark Munoz. Devastating TKO. Oh, he got knocked out pretty bad. But I think he's going to come back, and he's fighting John Salter, and he's going to make his UFC debut, and I think Nick Catone's going to win. TJ Grant versus Johnny Hendricks. Johnny Hendricks coming from WEC. He's had 2 fights in the UFC already. His first fight was against Amir Sadollah, and he won a controversial stoppage. His next fight, he fought Ricardo Funk. He won a 3-round split decision. So him stepping up to fight TJ Grant, I think is going to be a good test, and one of them should get the victory decisively, and I think it's going to be TJ Grant. He's a good wrestler, but he can stand there and box if he needs to, and I see this fight taking place on the ground. Joey Beltran versus Chad Corvin. Chad Corvin, very good wrestler, known for his wrestling, but he can stand there and bang. He knocks people out. He's making his UFC debut as well. Joey Beltran, on the other hand, is 11-3. He's I don't know too much about the dude, but I know he wrestles, and that's about it. So I'm gonna pick Chad Corvin. Yoshihiko Yoshida versus Mike Gaiman. Yoshihiko, not too popular with the Japanese name, so just lean with me. He's coming off his knockout loss from Anthony Johnson in the first round. I think he's going to come back. I've always been a Yoshida fan, so this should be a good fight in the welterweight division. I'm going to predict Yoshida winning by, I'm going to say, probably unanimous decision. Okay, I'm really excited to see this fight. Marcus Davis versus Jonathan Goulet. Marcus Davis suffered his first knockout loss in his last fight against Ben Saunders. Jonathan Goulet suffered a knockout to Mike Swick in his last fight. So both of them are coming off knockouts. I think this is going to be a good stand-up war. I think it's going to probably be fight of the night. But in the end, Marcus Davis is going to get the victory. He's tougher. I think his stand-up's more crisp. He's been doing it for a long time. I pick Marcus Davis knockout. Tim Crater versus Tom Lawler. Ever since Tim Crater's war with Nate Corey, wow, I've been a fan. And I was a fan ever since he started on The Ultimate Fighter. So I predict Tim Crater. I think he's got Tom Lawler beat everywhere the fight takes place. On the ground, stand up. Tim Crater, unanimous decision. Patrick Cote makes his return to fight Alan Belcher. I think this is a good fight for Patrick Cote. He wanted to fight a top 10 guy in the middleweight division, but I think this is a good test for him just to see where he's at. I pick probably Patrick Cote to win. I'd really like to see Alan Belcher get the win, but I think Patrick Cote is going to go out there and probably get a first-round knockout. Alright, we got Kimbo Slice here taking on Meathead Matt Mitrione. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Kimbo went out there and took him down, beat the crap out of him, and got the submission. We saw in his last fight he fought Houston Alexander, and yeah, a few times he had Alexander in trouble on the ground. But I think Matt Mitrione's going to win. I think he has a little bit better stand-up than Kimbo. Mitrione knocked out Marcus Jones in the Ultimate Fighter finale. Yeah, if it goes down on the ground, I can't really remember where Mitrione is on the ground, but I pick Matt Mitrione winning by knockout. Best of luck to Kimbo, though. You can't ever not want to see a Kimbo Slice fight. Sam Stout versus Jeremy Stephens. Jeremy Stephens is a strong dude. Ever since his knockout from Dos Anjos, wow, he's strong, really strong 155er. He's got dynamite in his hands. Sam Stout here, kickboxing champion. I think this is going to be a pretty good match. I think Jeremy Stephens needs to step it up a lot, and I think he's going to be able to do it. So, but Sam Stout, he's just so well-rounded in the sport of MMA. I think Sam Stout's going to go out there and he's going to get the victory one way or the other. Josh Koscheck versus Paul Daly. Personally, I think Paul Daly should be fighting a guy like Thiago Alves, maybe Anthony Johnson. I think Koscheck didn't deserve to win his last fight. I think Koscheck cheated a couple times with the leg kicks, to the groin and the eye poke. He faked a knee to the head. But still, I see this fight being pretty interesting. Koscheck's going to probably stand there and prove to people that he can stand with Daly for a little bit. But I think Daly's definitely outclassed Koscheck on the feet. Koscheck's game plan is probably going to go out there and take down Paul Daly and work his ground and pound. But in the end, I see Paul Daly winning. Alright, the main event. Lyoto the Dragon Machida versus Mauricio Shogun II. Machida still has a record of 16-0. Shogun 18-4. Shogun's training down there in top team. Machida, I meant. Ever since the last fight, I think Shogun should have won it. Every single time I watched that fight, I still score it 4-1 Shogun. I think Machida only won that second round the first time they fought. So it's gonna be a really good rematch. It's gonna get pretty amped up. I see Lyoto going out there and trying to finish it this time. I'd imagine Lyoto, after seeing that fight many times, he would really like to end it against Shogun. And you know Shogun has probably gotten in the mind of Lyoto. So Shogun's going to come out there, guns blaring. He's going to hit him with a whole bunch of leg kicks because that strategy seemed to work for him a lot. So
Chris, be quiet.
I see Shogun and Machida are going to put on a good war, and I expect nothing less. But in the end, I'd like to see Shogun win, but Machida's still going to be champion at the end of the night. So yeah, that's my predictions. May 8th, once again, it's going to be an awesome fight card. I'm excited to see Sam Stout fight, the return of Patrick Cote, Kimbo, of course, and yeah, the main event. So yeah, I'll be posting up another video sometime soon. Leave comments, that'd be great. I'll yak with you later. Peace.